people who love and admire your work are the reason that you have the job.
Welcome back to Under Oath. Today we're talking to actor Darrell Britt-Gibson. Darrell, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing, Jeff?
Now, you've had the benefit. You've been on a lot of great productions. You've been on The Wire. You've done Barry, Power, Keanu. Do you gravitate towards just different roles, or does some really excite you? I mean, when your agent gives you this one and he goes, "Okay, this is a romance," are you excited about it, or is it like, okay, let's see what we got here?
I gave this one to myself because I actually wrote it. So this was a very new experience and a very exciting one for me.
It's really hard because people don't realize that, they go, I want to be a writer, but very few people actually want to sit down and do it. I mean, you're an actor, you're doing all this great work, and is this something you go, this is inside me, I want to tell it, or do you go, hey, listen, I want to take a shot at this?
It's a little bit of both. It's always been inside of me, stories, but I felt with She Taught Love, there was a sense of me not seeing the type of film that I really wanted to see and be a part of. And, you wait long enough for it to come and it doesn't come. So that's the universe telling you should go do it yourself.
Everyone's got a screenplay. Everyone's got a script. You get one, you're an actor, you've been in a lot of things. I mean, how do you even try to get this pushed forward?
Perseverance. You never give up. You always believe in the thing that you're making and its importance and its value to the marketplace and to the world. And I'm just so blessed. I thank God every day for the opportunity, and they just never give up.
I have a daughter who wants to be an actress. She's in college right now in a theater program. And I'm trying to tell her, I said, listen, this is going to be a hard road. You've got to figure out who do you attribute that was your biggest supporter that allowed you to keep fighting?
There are so many, but it starts with my mother. My mother told me at an early age how special that I was. Words of advice that I could give you, even in speaking to your daughter who wants to be an actor, is asking her, does she really love it? Because I think to make it in this industry, you have to love it.
Now, you went to Hampton. What was your first, when you graduate from Hampton, what's the first thought of yours? I'm going to go to California, I'm going to go to New York, or I'm going to just stay here and do my best?
I never graduated from Hampton, and it's something that I think it's important that I feel that I always tell people listening, because I think sometimes people can think, well, you want to write a script, you have to have, graduated at the top of your class, and in particular in, that field. And I didn't even, not only did I not graduate from Hampton, I never took a course on screenwriting. So I think it was just this self-belief in me and these stories that lived in my head and in my heart, just knowing that the world needed to feel them, and they had to get outside of me and be given to the world. And so I think I come from a family of storytellers, a family of writers, and I just read enough scripts and had been a part of enough stuff where I was like, I think it's time for the world to have something from me.
A lot of people don't realize how tough it is to get into the industry. They read all these stories where somebody got, a part when they were 16 and wound up having a full career. I mean, while you were fighting for this life, what kind of jobs did you have to hold?
Every job you can think of. So many. Been folding T-shirts. I've had so many jobs, and I'm so thankful for each and every job that I've had, because I think that if it would have just been given to me, I don't know how I would have taken it or who I would have been. But it's the fact that I got to do every job. It really, I just love being around people. And I just am a firm believer that every job matters. And I think so many jobs in this country and in the world, people sort of act like somebody is doing them a service, when in reality it's like a hardworking person who wakes up, go to a job. Um, it's just it's I'm so thankful for everybody who does the kind of work, because I was able to. I've done it myself, and just like me, um, I wasn't at that job trying to make that a career, but I was doing the job because I had to do the job. Um, so there are, I say all the time. I hope people can start to be nicer to people in every job, because everybody's working, trying hard to feed their family, to feed themselves, and we're all really just trying to exist in this space together. So I'm just a big believer that you should see everyone. It's every job matters, and every person doing every job matters. So see everyone.
I think about a lot of times in this career where, I look at things and I say, I don't use the word blessed, surreal, things like that. When you get to meet people, like, for example, I'm also a comic book writer, so I got to meet Stan Lee before he died. And that was a huge fanboy moment for me. And you've had an opportunity to meet some fantastic actors. What are some of the biggest memories of yours going, I can't believe I'm actually sharing the stage or I'm talking to this person?
I would say I don't really get starstruck, and that is not to say that I am not like I understand always the space that I share when I'm on screen with somebody of the caliber of, like, you name them. Uh, I think Daniel Kaluuya is one of the greatest actors alive, and getting to work with him was one of the greatest treats of my career. Um, but every space that I've been in as an actor, the reason I don't get starstruck is because I know that I belong in that space. Um, and I know that this is how it is supposed to be. So, instead of being starstruck, I just get to, like, soak up game. I get to watch and be a fan while also participating in the thing. Um, it's like if you're, it's part of being. It's you're on a team. You're on a basketball team, a football team. It's like your best player. Um, you can defer to your best player on, in the moments when you need the big shot, but also never forgetting that you made that team as well. So they're going to call on you. So be ready for your moment.
I hear those stories about rising to the occasion, and when you're with these fantastic actors sometimes, and you're a fantastic actor, and they help you raise your game. Uh, but being out in the wild sometimes, fans and people who know you. For example, I was at a 7-Eleven and a woman was listening to my show while I was in there, and she heard my voice and recognized my voice. It was the weirdest interaction because it was like this weird moment for her. What are some of your weirdest moments out in the wild?
That's really cool. And it's a testament to the reach. And I know you've worked hard to get where you are. So I hope you really, like, enjoy those kind of moments, because you've earned them. Um, I would say for me, I'm I will never not. When people come up to me and they are appreciative of my work, or they want to take a photo with me, or they want to have a conversation with me, I love it every time. Because I this is a business in which the people who love and admire your work are the reason that you have the job, or that your job actually matters. Um, and so if you don't appreciate those people every time that they come and tell you that they are a fan of your work, or they saw a thing and they love you. I mean, I've had conversations in all the places. I think there was one moment when I was in vacationing in Hawaii, and I went out into the water, and I remember I was, like, just, like, kind of wading in the water, just enjoying myself. And this guy comes out, and he's, like, right next to me, and I was like, "Wow, it's a big ocean. He's kind of close." And he said, "Hey, are you an actor?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I knew it. I told my wife, I know that's Darrell Britt-Gibson." And I remember thinking, his wife came out. We're just sitting in the water having this conversation, but it was like it was one of the first times I had heard somebody say my name, not a character I played. That was such a cool moment, and just to like, wow, like it's the reach and the love and the admiration for the work is expanding. And I was just thinking how cool it is. I mean, we're sitting in the middle of the ocean, and could have been shark food, but it was cool just to have that moment of just like, wow, like we're we're doing something right, Darrell, because people are recognizing your work all over the country, all over the world, and that's just so cool. And you know, I love every minute of it.
That's an amazing story. Well, we're coming to an end, so why don't you just tell us exactly where we can see your movie and possibly get a hold of you?
Yeah, um, you can see the movie "She Taught Love." It will be streaming on Hulu everywhere, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited for everyone to see it. It's a movie for everyone because love is for everyone.
Well, I really appreciate it, Darrell. Look forward to talking to you again.